Hi, I'm David, and in this video I'm going to show you how I've been making dinner rolls, hot dog buns, hamburger buns, just about any type of bun at all for the past couple of years using a bread machine and a kitchen scale and 5 or 6 simple ingredients. I can put all this together, ingredient addition, in a mere 2 or 3 minutes and not have to use measuring cups and spoons, and create a very consistent roll that tastes good and is good for you and doesn't have those gazillion ingredients that you find in commercial baked goods these days. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoy the video, and thanks for watching. So here's a list of common simple ingredients to make about 15 dinner rolls. And notice the lack of calcium propionate and other oddball ingredients that are added by food manufacturers. Another nice advantage of this is you can split it in half or multiply it easily. Just try to divide 3 1/4 cups in half. Okay, we're going to make a batch of rolls with a bread maker and a kitchen scale. So first of all, I've got the bread maker mixer bowl here set up on my scale. Turn on my scale. I like to use grams because they're a lot easier to divide and work with. So the first ingredient is water, 242 grams of water, which is a cup basically. And you can see I'm just going to follow a simple procedure here. I'm going to get the ingredient mix I want, zero it out. Okay, next ingredient is olive oil, basically like 2 tablespoons, which comes out to 28 grams. I like to use olive oil because then I don't have to mess around melting the butter. You can put butter in here too, but then you've got that extra step of melting it. 28 is what we're shooting for here. There you go. And you may go over a gram or two. A gram isn't much. Okay, next we have an egg. These are basically an egg roll. So in this case, I'm just going to crack 1 egg and put it in there. Now if you want, you can, and I will, let's just bust the egg up in there a little bit so when it mixes it's a little bit better. Next up is flour. And I'm going to make half wheat, half white. And I'm just going to dump one in and then the other. It's like 3 3/4 cups, but by grams, 373. So zeroing it out again. I'll split this in half, 470, so that's 235 of wheat, 235 of white. And when you get close, you want to stop. Okay, I went over a little bit on the wheat, so now I'm going to go for 471 total. I've got white here. So I'm going to stop it when the scale hits 471. I like not having to use measuring cups. You can do this much quicker. Don't have stuff to wash afterwards. Okay, we're almost there, so now I'm just going to, with the bread, the ratios are very critical. So we want to make sure we get these correct. Now we have some sugar. Zeroing it out again. And it's 42 grams of sugar. I'm back. I had to open up another box of sugar because I came up short. That was the end of it. It's going to 42. There we are. Next up is salt. Zero it out. 7 grams of salt, which is about a teaspoon. Zero it out again and add the yeast. 12 grams of yeast, which is a fair amount. And we need these to rise. I use bread machine yeast. Okay, that's it, 12 grams. Okay, now it comes off the scale and into our bread machine. It's a Gold Star bread machine. I've had a number of them. I like this one. Okay, we have started our bread machine on a dough cycle, which is about an hour. And it's mixing, the mixing cycle now. What we want to do once this forms a dough ball is check it again and make sure that it is not sticking to the bread pan here. So if it sticks, then we need to add more flour, and that is fairly important. Okay, so this is where we're checking to see that our ball's not sticking, the dough ball's not sticking to the bread pan, and it isn't. If it was at this point, we just add a little bit of flour until it stops sticking. It looks like it's going to be fine. Okay, there's 3 minutes left. As you can see, it's risen quite a bit. This bread maker is going to knock this down at the end with a little stroke, a little kneading stroke. I also have a cookie sheet ready to go, baking sheet. I'll put those on there, it's greased. There we see our air being popped out of that ball of dough. So I know the total weight of this dough is 850 grams. And I want some hoagie buns and some burger buns. So I'm going to make 5 95-gram hoagie buns and 5 75-gram burger buns. Now I'm not going to show this, and this is absolutely unnecessary, but this is just what I do by way of being perhaps over precise or exact here. But you don't have to weigh them, just make them whatever shape you want. Okay, there they are on the sheet. Now we're just going to put some wax paper on top of them, put a little cooking spray on there so it doesn't stick to them. Let them sit and rise for about 45 minutes. Okay, our rolls have been rising for about 45 minutes. I'd say they've doubled in size, which is the standard. So now we're going to throw them into a 375-degree oven for about 15 minutes. Okay, so here come our rolls. Finished up. Hoagie buns. Hamburger buns looking great. There's our 5 hamburger buns. They turned out really good. I didn't put a whole lot of work into it. So there's the 5 hoagie buns. So we made a batch up using a bread machine, formed them into a patty, formed them into the buns, and then baked them 375 degrees. They came out great and very easy to make. Okay, so our buns are done. They came out great. They were very simple to make. And now we're going to enjoy them on this beautiful September day. Thanks for watching this video.